this morning, and I do want to talk about briefly about I always have to do my live streams like based on like the issues I see with my clients currently. And so one of my clients yesterday, she came in, and this has been like a reoccurring problem that she has been having, and I've kind of been like helping her through and coaching her through it. And I want to talk about excessive hair shedding. So there's a couple of reasons why your hair could be shedding, and there's a difference between your hair shedding and it's breaking off. So when it comes to our hair growth, we have three different stages of hair growth. So you have the resting stage, you have the shedding stage, and you have the growing stage, right? I think that's the three. It's like telogen. I can't think of all the technical terms, but that's what you need to know. Now, sometimes, like you ever see, like when a baby is born, that some babies when they're born, they come out bald. They don't have as much hair. And then you notice how some babies when they're born, they come out and they have a head full of hair. Okay, this is not by coincidence, because people are like, oh, my baby was bald headed. But when it comes to your hair growth cycle, all of your hair is not in one stage at one time. But with babies, that's different. So that's why, like, if you had a baby, or if you seen a baby that was born and the baby, didn't have as much hair, the only reason why the baby didn't have as much hair when it was born is because that baby was probably in that stage where the hair was just shedding out. And so by the time you had the baby looked bald, but the baby's really not bald. It's just that um the hair growth cycle that baby is in at the time, currently when you had the baby, was in a stage where it was releasing all the shed hair. So when the baby came out, the baby was bald. But eventually the baby will get the hair. I mean, yes, some of the babies come out and they have the little bald patch in their back, but eventually you take care of the baby's hair, the baby hair will come in. And this is the same thing like if you are a mother or you seen somebody who had a baby. After you had a baby, you go through the postpartum hair shedding. That's like a normal thing, because a lot of times, like with different events that happen in our life, it can push us into the next stage of, hold on y'all, okay, it can push us into the next stage of, thank you for joining the live, it can push us to the next stage of our hair growth cycle. And sometimes we can stay in that stage, with that shedding stage, an extended period of time because of stress. Like if you're stressed out, your hair could stay in a constant shedding stage anywhere between 2 to 4 months. So for some people, they might only shed hair, like a lot of shedding over the hair, maybe 1 month. But let's just say it's time for your hair to be in that shedding stage. And remember, when it comes to your the 3 stages of hair growth, all of your hair is not all in the same stage at the same time. Like maybe some hairs over here, maybe random hairs in your hair might be in the shedding stage. Another random set of hairs might be in the growing stage. So that's why we're not all walking around bald headed. Because don't just think, oh, all my hair is in the shedding stage. All your hair is not in the same stage at one time. Because if you did, you'll be bald headed. Like sometimes how babies come out until they get regulated. So what I'm saying is, like, if you're stressed out or something like that, like say is this month and some of your hairs is currently in the shedding stage, and let's say your shedding stage was only supposed to happen for like maybe a month, but maybe this month you're real stressed out. Maybe you're in school, you're taking finals, or maybe there's some traumatic event that's happening in your life. That stage can be extended sometimes up to 2 to 4 months. And it could have stopped maybe a month ago, but because you're stressed or something's going on mentally, that period is prolonged a little bit longer. So that can keep your hair in a constant, or excessive shedding stage. Again, I talk about if you have like a hormonal imbalance, like you just had a baby, or let's just say you already had a baby but you're still breastfeeding. I want to put that out there too, because you might still be breastfeeding your baby is 1 year old, but when you stop breastfeeding, your hair is going to experience again probably like some shedding, some still postpartum shedding. Thank you, Acacia. Your hair is gonna experience a little bit more shedding, because you gotta think, like, I never been pregnant, but I've been around people being pregnant. And I've well, I'm gonna say I never had a baby. I never had a baby, but I've been around people who had babies, and I've seen my clients have babies. But your hormones and your body is trying to get regulated and get back to normal after having this baby. So your hair is going to go through some changes. So if you are a mother, or maybe you just had a baby, you're suffering from postpartum hair shedding, this is just an encouragement for you, just to don't give up on your hair. Your hair is going to come back, long as you take care of it, and watch some of these videos on my YouTube channel for free, because I'm going to show you how you can grow your hair. But your hair is going to come back, okay? Don't be stressed out about it. I know it's stressful right now, but it is going to come back, so don't worry. So yeah, so another thing that can cause a sense of hair shedding is like, when I said hormonal changes, also like menopause, premenopause, your body is going through another change. I was just sitting here thinking, like, we the women, we be going through a lot. Thank you, Acacia. Acacia is the Smilez Tribe moderator. Thank you for being in the chat. So yeah, we the women, we go through a lot, okay? And we have to be gentle with ourselves. This is how God made us, but our bodies are beautiful, and it's just amazing how we can reproduce, we can bring life into the world. And yeah, so anyway, that's gonna be another reason why your hair is shedding. Another reason why you might have excessive and prolonged shedding is maybe the medications you're on. So some medications, the side effects are the shedding. So be mindful of that. Like, if you notice, like, before I started taking this medication, my hair wasn't shedding as much, and now I'm taking this shedding. So that could be a reason why your hair is shedding more excessively. Another reason why your hair could be shedding more excessively is you have nutritional deficiencies. So you could be lacking iron. Like, say you somebody and you typically have low iron. That could be the reason why you have prolonged excessive hair shedding. Low iron. I think the other one is iron. I think it's your B12. And I forgot the other deficiency. I forgot the vitamin that you need. But you can Google it just to fact check, make sure. So if those levels are low, you might notice that, okay, my hair is shedding excessively, and because you have nutritional deficiency. So that's why, like, when it comes to hair growth and stuff like that, y'all hear me so many times talk about, like, how it starts from the inside and it's your foundation. So if you are somebody and you suffer from this, and, like, let's just say that, okay, then keep in mind, y'all, for those who just joined it, if you are having hair shedding, if it's around the 2 month mark, I wouldn't really stress out about it, okay? But if it starts to be prolonged, where it's like, at least I feel like it's been 6 months to a year, then we gotta look into, dang, it's starting to rain. I try to see if I got a jacket in here. But if it started to be like longer than that, then we need to seek some medical help or see what's going on. And it could be, like I said, it could be because you're stressed, or because it could be a deficiency in your body. I still feel like I'm asleep, y'all. But yeah, so when you go to the doctor, and that's why getting physicals and stuff like that is so important. So if you feel like you having prolonged excessive hair shedding, when you go to the doctor and you go to your primary care physician, ask them, how is your vitamin D. That was the other one. Yes, if you having excessive hair shedding, you check your vitamin D levels. So when you go to the go get your physical, ask your doctor, and write this down, or save this video, like this video, so you can go back. So when you go to the doctor, you can ask these questions. So, like, hey, I've noticed that my hair has been excessively shedding over the last 6 months. Can you check and see my vitamin D? How's my vitamin D? How is my B12? Do I have low iron? And how is my zinc? And ask your doctor, do you need to be on some kind of supplements? Because one thing I told my client yesterday, I told her, and again, I'm not a health care professional, but I told my client, just I asked her, I said, well, are you taking any kind of like multivitamins? And she was like, no, I'm not taking. She said, I used to, but I'm not at all. I said, what? Even though I'm not a healthcare professional, I said, one thing I do know, just from my experience of being a hairstylist, that start off by at least doing a women's multivitamin. I feel like everyone should be doing a women's multivitamin. I don't care how healthy you are. I don't care if you're a health nut. I just feel like everyone should have it, because with the world we live in now and how our food is processed, we are still not getting everything that we need, even if you have a super strict diet. So I'm always an advocate of just starting. If you need to start somewhere, get a multivitamin and see how your hair health improves and see how the shedding improves. If it don't from there, then yes, go see a doctor and see, like, okay, that's my client. Her appointment in about 12 minutes. So I got about maybe 10 more minutes to talk. So yeah, go to your doctor and see if like you need to be on some additional supplements that's going to help with the excessive hair shedding, okay? And then also I want to point this out. There's a different, and I'll say this, when you just, so my client, it was kind of hard to like really measure if she was really experiencing excessive hair shedding, because when she came, every time when she came to see me, she had just taken out some braids and she had braids in her hair for 2 months. So I was telling her like, well, it's kind of hard to like judge, because it's like our hair sheds between 100 to 150 strands per day, okay? Give or take. Now, with naturals, typically, we're not combing or, brushing our hair every day. Hopefully, you not. Maybe if you want to slip bit ponytails, you are. But most of the time, naturals, we run our hair in twist outs or twists, or we have it in some style where we're not really manipulating it to release the shed hairs every day. So when you take out braids, or when you take out, protective style, you haven't combed your hair in a couple of weeks, that's just the hair that was supposed to be released over the every day anyway. So it's kind of normal. So a trick that I told, well, not a trick, but a tip that you can use to, like, well, Lisa, I don't know how much is too much. Next time you put in braids and you take your braids out, and you comb, you detangle your hair and you see all the shed hair, I want you to take all the shed hair out the comb, out the brush, roll it up, and take a picture of it. So then next time, so like, let's just say you keep your braids for 2 months. So let's say you keep it for a month. And you're like, man, I think that's a lot of hair. Take the shed hair out, take a picture of it. Next time you get braids and take your hair out, do the same thing, take a picture of it, and then compare. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I notice every time I keep my braids in for a month, I'm losing around the same amount of hair. That means that's normal. That means that is your average amount of hair that you're supposed to shed when you take out braids. And do the same thing if you're someone, let's just say, like me, I'm a weekly hair washer. Like, I shampoo my hair once a week. Sometimes it's 10 days. But normally for me, I typically shed about, the shed hairs I have is about a little bit less than the palm of my hand. Now, with me shampooing my hair once a week, if I start to see that I have more hair, like that's covering this whole thing, I know right there something is going on with me internally. Either I had to think about, okay, am I stressed right now? Have I been stressed out about something? Did something change in my diet? Am I lacking something? Have I not been taking my multivitamins? And then that's an indicator to me, like, oh, okay, so that's why I shed more hair this time. So keep that in mind, because that'll kind of give you a range on how much shed hair you're supposed to do. How much shed hair according to you and your body that you could be shedding, because you could be somebody that you shed less hair, so you more on the lower end. You might be, I don't know, 50 to 75 strands a day, or you might be somebody who shed on the higher end 100 to 150. So taking these pictures and documenting will kind of give you a range of, so you're not freaking out every time you take out a protective style. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so much hair. Now, I do want to point this out too. Sometimes when you're taking out your protective styles and you're being too rough with it, so you're taking it out real fast, you're combing through it real rough, so you are actually losing hair. It is shed hairs, but you actually breaking your hair off, and that's why you have more hair in the ball. So just keep in mind when you take out your protective styles and stuff like that, be gentle with your hair. Don't try to like just rush through it. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. And this is how I'm gonna give you a quick little tip, and then I gotta go inside. This is how you gonna know the difference between if it's shed hair or it's breakage. If you notice, most of the hairs that you pull out your comb or your brush is long pieces of hair, which meaning however long your hair is, if it's normally like longer pieces that's kind of equivalent to however long your hair is. So say your hair is this long, and most of the hairs you pull out is this long. They're shed hairs. Let's just say your hair is this long, and most of the hairs you pull out is this long. Okay, we want to look at the majority of the hairs that's coming out. If it's long pieces, then we know that it's shed hair, and that's normal. Okay. Now, if most of the pieces that you pull out your brush and comb, if it's like little short pieces and you know your hair ain't that short, now if your hair is that short, then that's different. But if you know your hair ain't that short and most of the pieces is seem like in a comb and brush is like very inconsistent and they all short, then that means that's breakage. That means there's this a break in like how you styling your hair, how you manipulating your hair. So that's something that needs to be examined. Another test how you can tell if it's shed hair or breakage, and you got to have good eyes to do this. What you're going to do is one of the shed pieces of hair. Let me see if I can do it. One of my hair going to come out. No, I ain't got no hair this want to come. Oh, here go one that want to come out. What you're going to do is you're going to take that strand of hair. Now, you ain't going to be able to see it on this camera. But what you're going to do, and I'm going to look at mine for myself with my good eye. Okay, I see it. So when you look at your shed piece of hair, you should see a white bulb. If you see a white bulb at the end of the hair strand, that means it came directly from your scalp, and that means that it's shed hair. That means there's nothing to really worry about, okay? Now, if you take out this strand of hair and you notice, like, I noticed that it only have 2 black bulbs. That means that their hair is breakage. So do y'all see this strand of hair? It's about this long. So that's about when I say long pieces of hair, this is about equivalent to how long my hair is right now when I stretch it out. My hair runs about right at my hair is about right at my neck length. So that lets you know that that's the 2 indicators, okay? It's curly, so it's curled up, but I stretched it out. And this is about how long, if I were to stretch my hair out, how long my hair is. So that's how I know this shed hair. And this is just normal because I pulled it out. So that is the tip today. I hope this information was helpful for you. If you are someone that's suffering from shed hairs, if you are looking for some quality hair shampoos, I am the owner and creator of Marie's Legacy Hair Care line. It has shampoos, conditioners, and styling products. So if you need that, you can visit lisasmiles.com. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Shouts out to all the Smile Shots members. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can just click join. Yeah, so thank y'all so much. Let me get here and help get people hair healthy. See y'all in the next video. Bye. Lord, if I can turn it off.